Bishop T.D. Jakes gave this account of his humble beginnings that will bless you. He said, "When I began my first church, it was in Montgomery. At that time, I think even now, Montgomery had one red light in the whole town. So you know that's an issue. I had to drive about an hour or so to even get to church. And I was working a full-time job. Honestly, that wasn't a church. It was a building, and the building wasn't a church. It was a hole in the world. And I was preaching my heart out, and I was preaching Sunday mornings and Sunday night and teaching Wednesday night Bible class, and had to be at work at 7 in the morning. And the church was not growing, and the church was not developing. I was teaching everything I knew I was teaching on the tabernacle ever since I was a teenager. I was teaching Moses' tabernacle, the tabernacle of David, the temple of Solomon. I was teaching eschatology. I was teaching Christology. I was teaching everything I knew how to teach to about 5 old ladies and 2 little kids. And a big service was 40 people. And if we hit 100, it would have blown our minds. We would have to put out chairs and all. And I thought, oh God. Eventually, it took me a while, because at first I was grateful to just being there. But eventually, I got tired of preaching to a handful of people, and people were making fun, and they were laughing at me and calling me the boy preacher. I didn't realize that my problem was my practice. What you may be wrestling right now, it may only be a preparation for what God is about to do in your life. And stop being so frustrated because it's not working out. This is not the result. It's just the rehearsal. And you know what? The choir don't look like the choir when they come for rehearsals. They don't wear their robe when they come for rehearsals. They don't have their hair done and the black dress with the pearls around their neck when they come for rehearsals. And so, don't be upset about what you're going through. Your problem is your practice. Let me prove it to you. The scripture says, if you can be faithful over a few things, I will make you ruler over many. And so I was faithful for 10 years, preaching to less than 100 people, to prove to God that I will preach even when the numbers were down. I didn't even imagine preaching in a large building like this. I couldn't even imagine preaching to the crowds that I had preached to in this life. Before now, I couldn't get 100, but I was practicing, and if you're faithful over a few things, God will make you ruler over many. I don't know who I'm preaching to right now. Your business might be failing. You might be struggling to keep the doors open, but don't you doubt the promises of God. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Your problem is your practice. Credit the Potter's House.